Well, howdy ho, neighbors. The week is ended. We are finally off work. We got, get off me. We got, well, this is Friday afternoon, so we got this afternoon, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday. So we got 2 days off. You can see I'm camped right there. And yes, I got, oh, mosquito. And yes, I got the Jenny running because it is miserable hot out here. Miserable. I think it's going to be this typical protocol. I've been here for about 2 hours. I've done got set up, everything inside situated. Here, let me turn you around real quick. So this is my camp right here. We've been here before. Some of you folks have been with me a long time, probably remember this spot. Stayed here in the blue van, stayed here in the Jeep. Don't think I ever brought the motorcycle here, I don't remember. And I've been here in this van. Actually been here twice in this van. What am I hearing? Hang on, give me just a second. I don't know what I was hearing. I was standing right here, and I was hearing something right here. I could hear the gravel moving. I'm losing my mind, folks. I'm going crazy. You stay out in these woods by yourself all the time, you go nuts. Anyway, I don't know what it was. Probably I'm going senile. But this is how you get into my camp. Lakes all over there. Bunch of people on the boats. One of the forest roads are out there, and you follow this little path in. Kind of rough. Not bad. Old van. There was nothing for the van. But I got that whole little patch of goodness to myself. There's a camp across the road. I don't ever use it because it's not. It'd be good for tent camping, but it's not good for a van. You can't get level. So you can see it's a little rough getting in here, but it ain't bad. Man, I wish y'all could feel. I'm having trouble breathing. It's so muggy and thick. I wish you could feel this air. The air just feels heavy on your skin. It is so muggy. Quit complaining, you big crybaby. Okay. There's the road I came in on. Oh, I'm way back here, folks. I'm a good 30, 35 minutes. Mainly because you got to go so slow. This is the best road out of all of them. This used to be an old highway. It goes way the other direction, dead ends of the water, but it used to cross the water. Used to be a ferry there. And it used to cross the water right here, too. But anywho, you zigzag around through the woods, go up and down and around, under and over, and you end up on this road. Come down through here, turn. You gotta be careful. There's some jagged rocks sticking out of the ground. You gotta miss them so you don't cut a tire, and go up there where the van's at. Now, like I said, I done took my shower and everything, so I'm trying not to get all sweaty. This is Friday afternoon. I just got off work and I've got to camp, so I'm gonna, as usual per se, I'm gonna take it easy this afternoon. Tomorrow we'll get out and do something, because if I ain't mistaken, there's a cemetery up this way. I can't remember. I think there it is. The lake's right there. This is another camp spot. Well, now I'm looking at it, I could have parked by that old tree right there. Right there's kind of level. It's just hard to get a van level here. It's the reason I don't ever use it. Plus, it's so big, somebody, well, now that I'm looking at this, I could have parked right here and had a view of the water. Well, I got a view of the water, but I would have had this view. Look like somebody left a bunch of trash there. Bag of trash hanging in the tree. I don't know why folks do that. I mean, if you went through the effort of putting it in a bag, you just take it out with you, carry it out. There's dumpsters all over this park. Or we're in the national forest, but there's dumpsters everywhere. You could just, I don't know. I'm not gonna get tore up about it. People are just so irresponsible. I mean, it's just, it don't take 5 seconds. Throw it in your trunk or back of your car or whatever you're in. And on your way out, when you see a dumpster, pitch it. It's not that hard, folks. Oh, I saw a critter in the woods. You'll never be able to see it on camera. He's actually gone. I think it was a big old fat groundhog. I don't know. I just saw it real quick, so I don't know. I don't know if you can hear the music, but one of the boats are blasting music. It is so muggy. I hate to sound like a crybaby, but I'm just sitting here. I mean, it's just running down my back, and I ain't even doing nothing but standing here. I'm going to have to go wash off again. This used to be a good swimming hole, but they've junked it up and made a mess, and I wouldn't swim there. You probably cut your cotton picking leg off on something. Anyway, this is my camp. I'm gonna go back up here to the house. So, some people call it a van, some people call it a camper van. That's my home. I call it my house. So I'm going back to the house. Gotta wipe off a little bit because I'm getting here all sweaty. But then cook me something to eat. I am starving. So give me a few minutes, walk my old fat self up to the house there, and I'll get back with you. Alright, I'm back in the van. It might be a little bit noisy in here because that air conditioner going, the fan on it. There's my view out the window. It don't look like much on the camera, but it's a pretty decent view. You know, while I'm sitting here cooking or whatever. I could open that blind a little bit more. I just got it, a little natural light to come in. Let me get all my paraphernalia together and we'll start cooking us some supper. Alright, as usual, I got bad lighting. Maybe I can block it with my big old head. I don't know. But we're gonna have, what is this? I can't read. I gotta get my old man specs on. We're gonna have some crushed pepper steak. Yes. Stuff is good. I buy it all the time. It's cheap. You can sit there, get that light out of it. That's what we're gonna have. So I like to put a little butter spray. Where's it at? Where's that? Crisco butter spray in my pan. I prefer to use real butter, but every time I buy it, it just goes to waste. And it takes up space in my refrigerator, and I don't use it enough to buy a tub of butter, or even the little sticks. I've had that can of spray butter for, I don't know, I ain't even exaggerating, probably a year. And I'm not even trying to make that up for drama. I think I've probably had that thing a year. I just hardly ever use it. So I get the stove on. Well, first you gotta turn the gas on. We'll get my stove on, get it preheating a little bit, get these opened up. Yes, that was good. Let me get you over here and get a look at it. That there is certified, get that shadow, get your big old head out of the way. Certified Angus, what's it say? Oh, sorry. Certified Angus beef. I couldn't remember what it said. Don't them look good? And I buy these all the time. And then these are steaks, but they're, well, I got the tag with it, can't hardly read it, but They cost $6.31. And they're not a bad cut. They're not, you know, T-bone or sirloin. You can see the, you know, they're not the best cuts, but for $6, man, these things are awesome. So I'm gonna get them. The pan's preheating. I'm gonna get them, slap them in the pan. I cook them medium rare. When the middle gets to 155 degrees, I call it good. So let me get that process started. And they smell good already. I wish, I wish you could smell that. I mean, I just put them in the pan. They're already. It's that pepper seasoning on there, I think. But man, it smells good already. So we're gonna get these cooked up, get them served up. I'm gonna show you how I cut my steaks. A lot of y'all gonna make fun of me, but hey, it's the easy way to do it. So let me get these cooked up and I'll show you that. Have I ever showed y'all my utensils I use? Now I do use fine china. I buy plastic spoons for like stirring coffee, or you know, every now and once in a while I'll get a little ice cream or something like that. But my main go-to that I use, and that light is so bad, I gotta start trying better. But it's just this little case. It has a fork. You just see a little button right there. You just push it down, and you got this little tab right here. Just push it down, the button down, and you slide your fork out. And that's my go-to. And of course, it has a little knife. It ain't, you know. I mean, you could probably spread butter with it or something like that. I ain't gonna cut the steak with it. Actually, I don't think I've ever even used a little knife, but it's neat that it's in there. And then the same thing, the spoon. It's pretty handy. I don't think I've ever used a knife. Occasionally I'll use a spoon, but I use a fork all the time. This is my main go-to for eating. Comes in a nice little case. You just close it up. Anyhow, just want to show you that. I didn't know if I've ever showed you before or not, but then we got come here. We got my little thermometer, meat thermometer. So right now, the inside of them steaks are 91 degrees. They're nowhere near ready to eat. They got to be about 155 in the center. Anyway, let me get them cooked up and then I'll come back to you. All right, I got them cooked up. Looking pretty good, Some of them sit there and rest for a minute. Get a few other things ready, and then we'll cut one of them up and put it on the plate. Alright, one of the things I'm going to have with it is some coleslaw. Now I buy it in a bag, but I always put it in this gallon Ziploc bag because the bag it comes in is not resealable, and it always spills out everywhere in my refrigerator and it irritates me. So we're going to put a good helping of coleslaw. Good amount. I like coleslaw. I'm not big on greens and vegetables. I know you're supposed to eat it, but I'm just not real big on them. So this coleslaw, granted it's not the best, source of greens or whatever, but it's better than nothing. I gotta get my cheese. Put the coleslaw back in the refrigerator. Ooh. I ran that stove and it got a little warm in here because I had to open the exhaust fan to get out some of that old grease and smoke. So we're going to put a little bit of cheese on the coleslaw. And we'll leave that out because I'm going to put some of that on steak also. So here's the fun part. Pay attention now. Get you a fork. Now I know every American pretty much uses a steak knife. Get you a fork and get you a brand new pair of scissors and designate it just for food. Don't use it to be cutting your socks off your dirty feet or nothing like that. Buy you a good pair of scissors and designate it just for food. Let's see. We'll go ahead and get the big one. I was going to get the little one, but I'm hungry. So you take your scissors, you got your steak, and my fork's not the greatest because it's a little plastic fork, but what a boom, what a bang, what a boom. Instead of taking an old, I should let it rest a little while, but I'm hungry. So instead of taking an old steak knife and sawing on it, you just get you a pair of scissors. I'm trying to cut it gentle so I don't sling it all over the place. But what I mean by that, it's a real juicy steak. It's sitting here dripping. Well, you probably can't see it on camera. It's just sitting here dripping. She's a good one, folks. For that price too, they probably, I don't know how they're selling the steak that cheap at the store. They probably found no cow laying out in the field dead and been there for a couple of weeks, and they probably cut him up and made steaks out of him, I guess. I don't know. But hey, I'll buy it. And this ain't the first time I've gotten this. I buy this at this store all the time. It's always this price. Well, depending on the size of them. It could be $7. I've bought a couple that was $8, but they was huge. This here just happened to be $6. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to the scissors? I seen you over there looking around, staring at your phone. Get your scissors, get your pork chop, steak, whatever you're eating, and act like you're in kindergarten cutting up a picture. I don't know if it's going to show up. Turned out good. Nice and seared, a little pink in the middle, just the way I like it. Alright, I'm only going to eat one. I'm going to save the other one for later. So we got that cut up. Well, we'll do that later. Now, I got me some green onions, fresh green onions. Well, they ain't that fresh. I've had them in my refrigerator about 3 days. So I'm going to give me 2 of them. Now let's just go with 3. I'm feeling froggy today. Pick up the trash that fell on the floor, throw it in the trash can. Again, got my scissors. This is designated for food. Them old scraggly ends, I just take my scissors. What a bean, what a boom. Bob's your uncle. Cut that off. Gather that up, throw it in the trash. Hey, are you seeing it so far? Coleslaw and steak. So what I'm going to do is get these fresh onions and go to chopping on them. Put a little over here. Put a little over here. Hey, what are you doing? Pay attention. Get your scissors, get your onions, and go to cutting. Oh, that one shot off over there on the counter. We'll get him in a minute. Now we're getting down to the green part. So I'll just put a little bit of that over here, a little bit here, a little bit here. That's probably good. I don't want to get carried away on the onion. Alright, what's next? We got the coleslaw, we got the steak, we got the onions. Every steak's got to have a little bit of mozzarella cheese. And don't go overboard because you done put some on there already. That's probably enough, but since that's enough, I'm going to put some more. So we're going to close that bag up so I don't knock it over and spill it because I'm clumsy like that. Then the secret ingredient is the Subway teriyaki onion, or sweet onion teriyaki from Subway. That's showing in reverse. I don't know if it's going to come out like that. But you get you got your coleslaw, you got your steak, you got your onions, you got your cheese. Now we're going to put some of this sweet onion teriyaki on there. Actually, that's probably enough. You don't want to put too much, but since that's enough, I'm going to go ahead and put some more. Alright, alright. So let me get this back in the refrigerator. Alright, that's in the fridge. Tell you what, let me go ahead and put my fridge in it. Save on battery power. What are you looking at? I'm in a van. I got to crawl around my hands and knees. Forgot to put these rest of these onions in there. Hang on. Give me just a minute. Got to put the rest of the onions in the refrigerator. I need to eat them because they're already starting to getting that old look. I've only had them about 2 days. And stuff don't stay fresh like it used to. So here, let me show you what we're working with. So there it is, folks. Cheese, coleslaw, chopped up fresh onion, steak, sweet onion teriyaki sauce. It don't get no better than that. Now I probably got, how much did this cost me? Well, that steak and that steak was $6 and I don't forgot now, like 30 cents, 40 cents. We'll just say $6 for a round number to work with. That bag of cheese, 1 pound bag of cheese, was $3 and something at Walmart. Of course, you know you're gonna get several servings out of it. So we'll just say we used, let's see, $3 for a pound bag. We'll just say we used 50 cents. So we're at $6.50. The fresh onions, the whole bundle was only 55 cents at Walmart. So we'll just count the whole 55. I mean, ain't no sense trying to break it down. So that puts it at $7. A bag of coleslaw was $2.98 for a 2 pound bag. We probably used not even 50 cents, but we're going to say 50 cents worth. You know, give us some easy numbers to work with. So $6.50, $7. We're at $7.50 for this meal right here. And it may not be showing up on camera, but that's a lot. I actually made myself too much, but don't you worry, I can eat it. Might even look at that one later. I will save that for breakfast in the morning, because that one I'm gonna cut up and then scramble me some eggs or fry me an egg or whatever, and have that for breakfast with eggs. But that's dinner. That's what we have. And that's because you live in a van. People have the misconception that, you know, because you live in a van, yeah, I know the light. I know. He's told me already. I know that, you know, that you're dirty and homeless and you eating out of the dumpster and just no scoundrel, you know, roaming around town looking for something to steal. That's not the case at all. I know there's a couple, I've seen them with my own eyes. There's a couple out there that gives us, you know, van people a bad name because well, we won't get into that. You've seen them. There's a few out there. But just because you live in a van or an RV or back of your SUV, however you're doing it, you don't have to go around dirty and hungry. You can, I'm eating like a king tonight, folks. Or to me, I feel like I am. I usually just make goulash, some kind of old slop I throw together, but every now and then I get high and mighty and classy and make me a pretty decent meal. But I'm really going to enjoy that. That's going to fill the belly up. It's going to make me fat and happy. Thank the good Lord above for giving me that food. You know, always be thankful for what you got. Now, whether you're religious or not, I'm not pushing that on you. Not even going to talk about it very much. Yes, I'm a believer. Try to live a good life. Try to do right by others and do what I'm supposed to do. And always, always, always be thankful for what you have. I know, well, that's a touchy subject. I know it makes a lot of people mad. Politics and religion will make somebody mad faster than anything. I just thank the good Lord above for this food and for this awesome van I got, and we'll leave it at that because, yeah, I don't want to stir the pot too much. Anyway, that's going to be, oh yeah, my cleanup. That's what I was going to show you. Some of y'all know this, some of you might not, so let me show you how I do my cleanup. Alright, I'm going to clean these old greasy old scissors I've cut that steak with. Now I'm going to do my pan the same way. Let me get my supply, there it is. But what I'm going to clean everything with, I don't use soap. I don't use, you know, Dawn or any kind of modern chemical soap. I don't use Dr. Bronner's or how do I get it clean then? Now remember, I'm going to do my pan, my fork, and everything the same way. I'll take my little kitchen hose. I've got running water right here, but this is what I use for spraying. I'll spray off anything big, excessive, you know, little chunks. And then in this little spray bottle I got right here, I got 100% white distilled vinegar. It's I buy it in one of these bottles, distilled white vinegar. This is a 32 fluid ounce, and it lasts forever. I actually just bought this one a couple weeks ago, and that much is gone. That's what it took to fill that little spray bottle. But don't take my word for it. Do your research. But white vinegar is a natural disinfectant. It cuts grease. It's a natural, I guess you call grease cutter. I don't know. Can you see how greasy and grimy them are? Now I did spray some water on there to get any excess off. I'm trying to do this so we can see it and keep it above my sink. But I'll spray this white vinegar on here. And don't be scared to use it. That bottle only costs $1.50 at Walmart. So I'll douse it down real good. Let it sit for a few seconds. You know, give her time to soak in there. And then I'll tap it on the side of the sink. Get me a paper towel. Zip. One pass on that. One pass on this side. And the only thing that's hard is getting up around the handle right there, that little crevice. That's the hard part. So you got to take special care and look at that. Make sure you get all that. And it looks pretty good right now, don't it? I mean, it looks like brand new. I'm satisfied with that. But usually what I'll do, I'll give her one more little spritz on each side. And then I'll give her another wipe. No scrubbing. No elbow grease. And there you go. Wham bam Bob's your uncle. See how that light just shines on there? Nice and clean. Now I will say this, it's going to make the inside of your van have a little bit of a vinegar smell, but that goes away pretty quick. You do your research, don't take my word for it, but get online, look. White vinegar is a natural disinfectant. It easily cuts grease. You got something greasy, spray some vinegar, like an old barbecue grill or something. Spray some white vinegar on there and watch it start running. I mean, it ain't going to just all slide off, but you'll see the old vinegar turn brown, start cutting that grease. And that's how I clean my pans and everything. So there you go. Now you know the whole story, and no one's half the battle. So like I said, I'm going to eat this food, get comfortable. It is, wow, it's 15 after 7 already. Still kind of daylight out there. Of course, the camera makes it look brighter than what it is, but it's still fairly bright out there. But anyway, I'm going to eat this food, say my blessings, thank the good Lord for everything I have, and I'm probably just going to sit here and be fat and happy, watch a little YouTube, maybe play. I got a little race car game on my phone, might play that. But other than that, this is pretty much it for this, for tonight. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what we can get into. But anyway, I'll see you then. All right, guys and gals, good morning, or good afternoon, I should say. It's the next day. Man, I've got a lot of sun. I got to take better care of my skin. I'm getting old. But it's the next day. I think it's like 11:30 or something, 11:45. I don't know. Obviously, I done got up, or I wouldn't be sitting here outside the van. I've had my coffee. Skipped breakfast because I wasn't really hungry. So I think the extra steak I got, I'm going to make it for lunch. Still do the egg and steak thing, but have it for lunch. Not doing nothing, get off me. Not doing nothing real adventurous today because it's been spitting rain off and on all morning. It just come a little bit of small shower just a few minutes ago. It's not, here, let me get you turned around. Get the ground wet As you can see, it's still dry looking. It's just enough to be aggravating. I've got a little spot I want to go to. I was going to go today. It's about a mile down that way, and I don't know, half a mile or so on the next road. But I think I'm going to catch it on the way out tomorrow, because tomorrow I have to leave and move closer to town, because tomorrow's Sunday and I got to work Monday. So I think on the way out we're going to hit that spot over there. I've took you there before, but it's been, oh goodness, 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a long time ago. We're going to go check it out. I haven't seen it. Well, it's been several years. Well, since last time I was there, 4 or 5 years ago, I haven't seen it. So I'm sure it's changed. We'll go check that out tomorrow. So as of today, it's just been kind of a lazy day. I walked down to the lake and sat in my old chair. Pretty good sized tree down there I can get underneath of, you know, when that sprinkles come through. But as you see, the old skies are gray and gloomy. Oh, let me get up. You're making me get up. I'm trying to be fat and lazy today. Yeah, it's all coming from that direction. It's pretty gray and dark back there right now, so it's probably another little shower fixing to come through. Which I'm not mad about it. I'm enjoying just hanging out here. It is kind of aggravating every time I start to do something. A little rain shower comes through, a little sprinkle. Had a little project I was going to do on the van. You know, it sprinkled a little bit, or whatever you want to call it, and it went away. So I got everything out, you know, stuff I was going to need to do my little project, and here it come again. So I put it up. It probably didn't rain a minute and 30 seconds, it quit, and I got everything, you know, it just aggravated me, so I just quit. I put everything up, and that's how it's been pretty much all morning. And it looks like there's another one coming, that old gray dark sky over there. So that's a super long way of saying I'm just gonna be fat and lazy today. Need to check the fluids. I usually do that every morning. Haven't done it yet because I'm not leaving. I'm not going nowhere. But I need to check my oil, water, and all that. So I'll probably do that. Give me something to do. Other than that, just hang out. I don't even have the Genie running. Normally that thing is wah, but it's not that bad out. It's a little muggy. The air's a little thick, but with this cloud cover, and not so much right now, but there's been a pretty good breeze all day. It's not too bad. It's doable. Now, if you get moving around and jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks, you know, you can work up a little sweat, but y'all know I ain't doing all that. I'm just sitting here being fat and lazy. There's actually a trail right here. It goes down to this to the water. Man, there's a lot of trash. And why do people do this? But anyway, a little trail goes down to the little point there, a little eddy or whatever you want to call it. But I can see from here, it's stagnant. It's got moss all over it and green, nasty. So I ain't going down there. But anywho, that's the update. If nothing super exciting happens or Bigfoot comes sneaking by, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. We'll head out of here and stop at that little spot I want to check out. I haven't been to in a long time. But okay, unless something cool happens, I'll see you tomorrow.
A few moments later.
Okay, everyone. Sweating now. There has been a change of plans. I was sitting around here, just piddling around and, you know, being lazy, and something popped in my head. There's a place out here in this national forest I haven't been to in, man, I don't know, a long time. Since I've had the blue band, I guess. So what I've decided to do, spur of the moment, I've packed up camp. I'm in the driver's seat. We're fixing to take off. And I'm going to move over. It's a pretty good ways off. We got to go about an hour and a half drive. But I'm going to go to a camp that I like to call Pig Camp, because I always see wild pigs there. So I've named it Pig Camp. I think I showed that to you a couple of weeks ago, you know, whenever we was camping, I said I saw pigs. That's pig camp. We're gonna go there and stay because that thing I want to show you, if it's still there, I don't even know if it's still there. It's about 8 miles down the road, so I think that's the plan. That's what I want to do. Where I was going to yesterday, I was going to show you. I've been there 100 times, and I drive by it at least once a week, and it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But this other spot, I forgot about it. It just popped in my head, and I think you'll enjoy it. I know I will, if it's still there. I don't know if it's still there or not, but we're going to find out tomorrow. So let's get on the road and head to pig camp. All right, I made it out to my new camp. I didn't quite go to pig camp. I've been seeing the spot right here. Let me walk down here to the forestry road. I'm in the sun. The sun's popped back out. And it ain't playing no games, folks, let me tell you. Pig camp is down that way, probably about another, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. We came in from that direction. And all the times I come in here, I've always noticed this spot right here, and I've been wanting to try it. See how it works. You know, see if it's comfortable, a lot of traffic, get ran off or whatever. So instead of going to pig camp, I decided to try this one. We're still going to the thing I want to see. I don't want to give it away yet. But yeah, tomorrow when we pack up to leave out of here, we're going to go down and check it out. Now I'm camped right there. I just came in where I pulled up this direction and then backed up over there. I could have camped over here in the shade. I could have backed up right here. And in some ways, I probably should have. But the reason I didn't, because people coming in, you know, they instantly spot you. Because this is where I always look. When I come in, I always look up this direction right here. Now, granted, when you know, when they go do what they're going to do and they come back out, they're still going to see me. But maybe, you know, maybe by then they've lost interest in me. I've camped in spots like this and had people see me, you know, become, not this spot right here, but similar to it, come down the road to see me, jam on the brakes, back up, and pull up in here just to see what I'm, you know, there might be something cool here or whatever. I'm like, come on, folks. This ain't Disney World. There's only enough room for one. I promise you, there ain't no roller coaster rides up here. But anywho, it is cooking out here. That sun come out and them little showers we had. I know, you big crybaby, I know. But I'm gonna finish setting up camp. I kind of threw everything in the floor when I packed up this morning. So I'm gonna set up camp. I got Jenny out. Yes, I'm running air. You can believe that. But I'm gonna finish get everything ready. And I know some of you, not all of you, but some of you are probably saying, how come you're not outside enjoying the sun? Well, because Monday through Friday, and sometimes Monday through Saturday, I get to enjoy the sun all day long. I am cooked, folks. I mean, I look like a piece of beef jerky. I really don't need a whole lot more sun. Now, I sat out by the water this morning. I put my little lawn chair out, and I stayed outside all morning because, you know, it's cloudy and kind of cool. It wasn't bad. I get my outside time. Don't you worry about that. All right, I'm getting tired of walking up and down this hill. I'm probably won't pick the camera up again today unless something really cool happens. Maybe an old wild pig comes in the camp or something. They're in this area. Every time I come out here, I see them. Now, I didn't see none coming in this time, but somebody might have came down the road and spooked them. Plus, hot as it is, they're probably bedded down right now. Your best chance of seeing them is early morning, late afternoon. What is that? I don't want to walk through the snake infested grass. Well, we got a garden rake. We got no piece of wood. And Got a cotton picking fly landing on my leg. That's interesting. I could use that rake. I need to clean up a little spot there where I'm gonna run my generator. Okay, I'm just starting to ramble now, guys. I'm gonna get off here. Probably won't see you till in the morning. You know, I said that this morning or yesterday too, but when we pack up camp, I'm not gonna jump up at 4 o'clock and take off, but get up, drink coffee, get going, you know, get our eyes open. We'll pack up camp and head down to this little thing I want to show you. I hope it's still there. Like I said, I ain't been out here in years to this spot, so I don't even know if it's still there, but I hope it is. Anywho, that's the plan. I keep seeing things. Now I'm seeing some kind of orange tape on the trees, and all right, I'm getting off here. See you guys in the morning. All right, we're up and at it early this morning. Got the van started, got camp packed up. Just gonna let the van, funny enough, warm up a little bit. We're in a major heat wave, and I'm talking about letting the van warm up. But anywho, we're gonna head to this spot that I still haven't named it, and I ain't going to, just in case it ain't there no more. But yesterday, oh yeah, by the way, if you noticed, I'm at a different camp again. I'm actually at pig camp right now. I tried that little spot yesterday, the one I showed you, you know, the little one I said I've always seen it, want to try it. The vibe was wrong. I don't know how to explain it, but the vibe was wrong. I wasn't feeling it. And I've always believed, you know, always trust your gut. It's never done me wrong yet, but trusting my inner feelings. Now, I'm not saying anything was wrong there. I just had, you know, the vibe wasn't right. So I don't know, maybe a tree fell last night or something, I don't know, but someone was just telling me, you know, go to different spots. So I packed up and came here to pig camp. But anyway, I'm gonna sip on my coffee a little bit, let the van circulate some fluids and get warmed up, and then we're gonna head down the road here and see if this old place well, I didn't find it. Someone told me about it, but years ago, this old place I went and seen. It's pretty cool. It's been several years. I really honestly don't know, 5 or 6 years, 7 years since I've been out here, so I don't even know if it's still there. But we're gonna go try to find it. So, all right, sit down and put your seatbelt on. Let's take off. All right, I made it to the spot. There's the van parked right there. Guess my camera's fogged up. Hang on, give me just a second. I had the air conditioner on in the van. I wasn't thinking. Whew, that air is thick. It's going to be hot. It's early in the morning. I'm trying to get an early start because it's going to be so hot today. But we're going to park there. If I remember right, I think you got to walk past this gate about 20 minutes or so, something like that. This used to be a road, and they've cut the road off right here. Look like the ticks are going to be bad. But anywho, there's really nothing to see down through here, so I'm going to pause the camera, get to hoofing it, and see if I can find it. And if I do, if it's still there, I'll bring you back. All right, folks, I found it. It's still here. Whew, look what I had to go through. There. I stirred up mosquitoes. I'm soaking wet walking through them tall weeds. I'll get you turned around here and show you what I brought you to see. Do you see it yet? Trying to be careful I don't scare up no pigs, because we are in there. You see it? It's a bridge. Old abandoned bridge out here in the woods. Oh, I just walked through a big spider web. It's pretty neat, ain't it? Boy, I have made the mosquitoes mad. I really got them upset. So this is what we come to see. I didn't think it would still be here, to be honest. But let me see. This is an abandoned bridge in Land Between the Lakes. It is the Pryor Creek Bridge, located near the Great Western Iron Furnace. Mosquitoes bite me. Originally built in 1920 near the Tennessee River, it was moved to its current location on Pryor Creek in the 1940s when Kentucky Lake was created. The bridge is now closed to traffic with a barricaded road and a visible rotten wooden deck, but it remains a picturesque historical site. Now, I couldn't find nothing online. What I just read while I was fighting mosquitoes flying in my ear is the only thing I could find. Now, the old historical, the old folktale story is, yes, this used to span the Tennessee River. Yes, they moved it here to this location because when they made the lake, it was going to be flooded anyway. But there's a town here called Eddyville. This used to be an old highway that ran to the town in Eddyville. Now, when I say highway, I'm talking about horse and buggy and you know, Model T Fords and maybe some little kid on a bicycle. It's not like the highways, you know, we have now with semis and cars running 85 miles an hour and all that. It's totally different. But anyway, they, you know, I couldn't find when they quit using this bridge. I don't ever remember it being used. That road, that gateway's by, that's been there as long as I've been coming out here. I think it's pretty neat. Let's go try to get on it. I know it says not to. Whew, I am sweating to death. There's no air moving in these woods. And I had to walk through all them. I don't like that. I gotta be careful. Let me show you something. See how this dirt's packed down? Well, not packed, but you know, pretty uniformed. And then you see all these marks. There's a mark. Then you see how the dirt's all tore up. Smooth, torn up. There's pigs around here. Maybe not right now, but they've been through here. I'm not joking, folks. You don't mess around. Oh, there's another one. They've been tearing up the ground. Not even trying to, ow, briar. Not even trying to be funny. Them wild pigs are no joke. You do not mess with them. But anyway, here's the old bridge. I am not getting on that. Even as dumb as I am. That's not even rotten. That's just pieces of paper laying on there. But it's pretty neat. Bridge is nowhere. Pretty neat. Alright folks, I think I'm going to head back to the van. Here's the bridge. It's hot. I'm already sweating to death. Mosquitoes are eating me alive. And I don't like I saw them pig tracks and they're rooting around. That dirt's pretty fresh. I don't think it was an hour ago, but it probably yesterday. So that means they're around here somewhere. So I'm gonna get them back out of their place and I'll see you back at the van. All right, we made it back to the van. I'm working on getting out of here. Ooh, the sun is bright. I want to appreciate and say, or I want to say thank you and I appreciate, after I get my words in the right order, everyone hanging out with me. Say hello to all my friends, subscribers, family. I'm looking for pigs. kind of a swampy area on both sides of the road here, and I usually see them down in there. Usually, hot as it is right now, they're just like us. They're trying to find a cool place to go, so they're probably like by that creek. That's the reason I didn't want to stick around there very long. That water, I guarantee you there's some around there. The young ones, they're just as scared of you as most people are of them. But the old ones, the big old boars, the ones that get huge, they are not afraid at all. They're territorial, and they will come after you. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna end this video. It's been super long. Unless something exciting happens today, probably this is gonna be it. Anyway, just want to say hello to everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me, and get out there and enjoy life. Until I see you next time, God bless you.